You guys want to hear a crazy conspiracy theory?
No.
How about this?
Okay.
Sure. The
Oh,
war
let's do it.
we're about to go
So-
into. Let's hear the conspiracies here.
What?
The what?
So
War we're about to go into?
no. A Tim Burton thing, right? I saw recently. I don't know if it's true, but it kind of makes sense. Frankenweenie grows up to be the corpse bride. The corpse bride dies to be Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas. And they say if you look at them, they all have the same face structure.
Well,
if you look at the dogs, they're all built the same as well.
I've heard that the corpse bride, yes, does turn into Jack, but I don't think it's the.
How
the
is
first
that?
one.
If the corpse bride is a female and Jack is a dude.
No, the
Corpse
guy
Bride
from
is the
Corpse
guy.
Bride.
The guy from Corpse Bride.
So you're gonna tell me Sally is fucking?
No.
The girl from Corpse
Sally's
Then
Bride.
how's that work then?
Because look at the kid for Frankenweenie along with the dog. Then look at the guy from Corpse Bride along with the dog again. They're the same shape. And then look at Jack. Obviously, Jack is bones now, but the dog doesn't change. It's just a ghost form, but the shape is still the same.
Could
I don't
be.
like your conspiracies.
I like it. I don't know.
I
think
don't know if this is true, but they're like, this is just one long ass Tim Burton
What?
movie. I was like, I like it.
It could be.
No, he's saying
Yeah.
the kid from Frankie.
It would
Don't
be-
you talk to the people I'm talking to you, Chris.
What would be even
And then
better
first-
is
yeah.
if it is
Well,
that
fuck no, I
they
don't like
should
that
release the
conspiracy.
innards, you know,
fuck
what
that.
made him each way, what killed him, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, it should do every movie of that, which would make
Maybe
Tim
we
Burton
related
even
to.
more money. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
I
that
don't
would be a good way to set up a trilogy of a movie for sure.
It's already a trilogy. If
I
that's
know,
true.
I don't
But
think
if
that's
that
the way
is
that
true,
went,
that
though.
means that he can do the in betweens. How did he go from what's it
You do, like,
called?
short
The
films.
Corpse Bride. Yeah. How did he go from the Corpse Bride? How did he die and turn into Jack? How did you know?
Hold on. That
Hold on.
makes sense because in
Wasn't
Frankenweenie,
Nightmare
when
Before
he
Christmas
lights
out
up the
before any of
bulb,
them?
his nose lights up. Same with Corpse Bride, when he gets excited, his nose lights up, just like Zero.
I can't remember.
Nose
Frank.
lights up. Yeah. Brad might
Okay.
be on something.
Then
John
wasn't-
Rudolph.
No, I didn't
his
come up with
nose
this.
lights up.
Rudolph has cancer.
So he must start off as fucking Santa.
Look at the structure of it.
I love it.
Wait, I was telling him to become reindeer.
No. He
And
starts
wait,
off
no.
as
Jack's
Frankenweenie.
head is
He
round.
turns
And
it
the
starts
dude
off
from
as Frankenweenie,
Corpse Bride's head
turns
is
into
not
the
round.
Corpse Bride, turns into Santa, and then becomes Jack when he dies.
What the fuck is that?
It's a picture of the life cycle. From
Brad,
How is
did you
Frankenweenie.
hear what I said?
Yeah, makes
Chris
sense.
doesn't like this at all.
Bradley,
It makes
What?
sense.
he goes from Frankenweenie to Corpse Bride when he's all grown
How
up.
did Jack's head
Yeah.
get so fucking round then?
Hold on. Then
Because
he
he's
becomes,
skeleton form.
Yeah, because
He doesn't have the point. All that's
Your,
missing
your,
is the
your
point.
skeleton does not change from a face to a round fucking blob.
Well,
Yeah, but look at the
still-
stages. He goes from a
Just
kid
because you die,
to an adult, but look how big Jack is. So at some point, he still kept growing. I mean, he got
that
huge.
doesn't change his head.
Well, now, Brad,
When you die, your head is just like it is when you're alive, right? So it's not
It's-
going to change after you fucking die.
It's a cartoon. It's not science.
Oh my god,
Jesus.
I don't like this conspiracy. I don't like it.
It's a good
well,
theory.
then don't like it. Anyways, Brad, he goes from Frankenweenie,
I don't like that
and
either.
then he grows up to be the Corpse Bride, and then after that, he turns into Santa Claus, and then he dies and becomes Jack, and then wants to take over Christmas.
Except he tried
No,
to.
you know what's crazy?
Okay.
Don't they all
Okay.
three have the same
I'm gonna see
name?
that. No.
Jack.
No. Do they?
I'm pretty sure
No.
they all three share the same name from
No,
all
they
three
don't.
movies.
No.
No,
Are you
I don't
sure?
think- I don't
Hold on.
think-
Yeah.
Look it up, everybody. Look it up.
Oh, I'm
Everybody's
not
on their
gonna look it up.
both on their phone.
From
Victor.
yeah, in
Victor.
Corpse Bride, it's Victor. That's what I thought.
Never mind.
That's
Victor
what-
is just a long way of saying Jack.
No, it's not.
Kind of, yeah.
No, it's not.
Well, what if
Well, olden days,
after he
yeah.
dies, he
What are
forgets
you talking
who
about?
he
Don't
is?
you have
Victor
a
is not-
brother named Victor that you call Jack all the time?
I have a brother named Victor,
Victorious?
but no.
You don't call him Jack?
No.
Don't call him Victorious.
I don't call them any of that. No.
None of it.
That's weird.
Vicky.
No. Just
That's
Victor.
fine.
I will say this: there's a Victor in all 3 movies. I know that much.
But that one's Frankenstein, not Frankenweenie.
Yeah.
What is
Oh, no,
Jack
wait.
saying when he's alive?
Where is the damn kid?
Because the corpse bride and fucking they weren't even together. That's the whole thing. They weren't supposed to go together. Corpse Bride is a random ass movie that he made after Jack or
Was
Nightmare
it
Before Christmas.
random?
Yes.
That's why it's called a fan theory and not an actual.
Lala, I text you.
And how does that include Frankenweenie?
That was the original. It was a
Oh
prequel.
my god.
Okay,
Maybe he
so
just like making
hold on.
dogs have the same note.
The boy's name in Frankenweenie is Victor, and the guy's name in Corpse Bride is Victor.
So those two match up pretty well.
So
Then.
what if after he does die, he does forget who he is, and he just takes the name Jack Skeleton?
Swear to God, I'm gonna
Yeah,
beat you.
it's
You're
very
gonna beat
possible.
you. You're
Wait,
ruining my favorite
wait,
movie
No,
right now.
think about this
And
though.
I don't like
If
his
it's
face.
both Victor and Frankenweenie and Victor and Corpse Bride, and their heads look the same. They do. That one you can't argue, right? You can't.
Well,
Okay, but how's that compressed?
So do
around
their
the
dads.
head?
I
Both
can't
their dads
explain the
kind of look
roundness.
same.
But the dog, like so, the dog has the
he
shape.
turns so jolly because he becomes Santa Claus before he dies. I'm
And
telling
think
you.
about look
That's
at
how he
Frankenweenie.
tries
That
to-
kid is weird as hell. Then the Corpse Bride, it's still a weirdish guy. And look at the trouble he gets into.
he
Then in
becomes-
death, he's
becomes
the
Santa
skeleton. Still weird.
I'm telling you, he becomes Santa Claus, and Rudolph becomes his next fucking thing as Zero, and then they die, and then boom.
See, Steven's
That-
out of things.
What?
Steven's out of things.
It's got to be because why else? Why else would the fucking Halloween king or whatever turn into the wannabe Santa Claus?
Because he found something different.
Yeah, he found something different, but it excited him because maybe it was something from his past life.
No, but look at, hear me out.
So,
And
so
another
was
thing.
he the king of pop in his past life.
But here's another thing. Victor, the kid, did
While the
science
main
experiments.
characters, while the main characters of the Corpse Bride and Frankenweenie share the same first name, they don't share their last one. Victor Frankenstein isn't the same person as Victor Von Dorp.
Where'd you read that on?
I'm reading it right now on fucking Google. Jack
I don't
Skellington
trust
is
Google.
a completely different name, and obviously Zero, Sparky, and Scraps are all different names too.
Nope. Hear me
That's
out.
my Bauhaus.
Because Victor conducts science experiments with electricity and everything as a kid to bring back his dog.
You can have your conspiracy. I'm happy
Skellington-
because it's not true, so I don't care anymore.
It's true.
Lala,
I'll talk to Tim
Stop.
Burton.
you had a whole.
I got
Dude,
him
I
on
just read it
Free Dog.
online.
Open your soda.
Yeah, from Google, not Tim Burton.
Okay, hold on.
But look at Jack Skellington. He does a bunch of experiments too.
And it's a fan theory.
They all
That's
And-
what I'm saying, they're all connected.
And what if in the second movie he changes his last name to escape his past because he was bullied as a kid? So what if he changed his name to escape people?
You know what? We're gonna have to sit down and watch all of these movies and really pay attention
ATNBC
to
fan.
everything going on in it to see if anything overlaps.
This is
And
where Why
I think it all
really-
does.
What?
There's a lot of pieces that
This
connect.
theory annoyed me so much. That's fucking
Okay.
funny. This person is annoyed by it too. Just saying.
I loved it.
In the words
I
of Tim
just
Burton,
left it to my heart.
Oh, okay. The first issue that comes with this theory would be the dates of the movies, as they're provided in this image. The Nightmare Before Christmas came first, 1993.
How is that an issue?
that
2005.
doesn't matter. Star Wars.
the
Yeah,
timeline.
Star Wars is a prime
Timeline's
example of that not being an issue.
Unless
Yeah.
they're telling you that it's a trilogy for the movies, that's not the way it goes. It
That's
should
not
have been
true.
put
Hold
as
on.
a tri-
Hold on.
Fast and the
Name
Furious.
another one. Nick,
That's not one.
Oh,
dates
I
Right,
can
right.
name another movie set that connected
Fast and the
and people
Furious
didn't
movies.
realize it at first.
If you look
Really?
at
What
Fast
one?
and the Furious, the way that they came out is not the way you watch them in chronological order. You don't watch them like that. You're supposed to watch them like 1, 2, 5, 6, 3 that you're supposed to bounce between them like Star Wars, and that's probably what they did for it too.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, well,
Because Tokyo
hold
Drift
on,
is the last
on.
one, but
Okay.
that one
Yeah,
wasn't the last
Tokyo
one.
Drift was
Matt, hold
supposed to
on.
be
The
way
reason these dates
part of a
matter
whole nother thing.
is
What?
Chris, it
because
did
the
so
original
matter.
material often does not source its future references. That's
But he would give some. That's why I said we need to watch them, because if in The Nightmare Before Christmas it gives no hints to the past of being fucking
It gives you no details of
Right.
who he was ever.
well, that's what I'm saying. If there's no anything, then it isn't part of a chronological. It's not part of a series. Then it's
Okay.
just
Okay.
separate movies. But if it does have any
TNBC
kind of
was made
mention,
before
then it
Corpse
would be.
Bride.
Hold on, Chris. I
Yes.
can name a series
Yo,
nobody realized connected
Which-
until the third movie.
Okay.
Unbreakable with Bruce Willis. Then
What
the
the fuck are
movie.
you talking about?
Yep, that's true.
Listen,
Yes, it did.
no, Unbreakable came out, right? After that came out the movie with the guy who had the multiple personalities, even his beast side.
And you didn't realize?
Until part 3 came out, where they're both institutionalized with Glass Man or whatever his name is.
Mhm.
Nobody knew it was a trilogy until the third one came.
Mr. Glass.
Nobody knew it was a
Okay.
series. So
Okay.
everyone saw those 2 movies as individual movies. Then the third one came out. They're like, holy shit, this is a series. Nobody knew. So I can
Okay.
see this being the same thing. And what if M. Night Shyamalan replicated Tim Burton's actions using this? He's like, holy crap, I see how these connect, Tim. I get it. I want to do the same thing.
yeah. That's what I'm
This is
saying.
going to make Chris so angry.
If he
So,
was to release
ironically,
movies
it's
that
not
were
making me
in
angry, but
betweens and
Frank
showed
and
all
Weenie
the story
and
how
The
they
Nightmare
were
Before
going,
Christmas
it
do
would
have
be
attachments.
killer.
Movie.
Why are they all
I'm
together?
fucking reading still.
Yes, Chris, but until I hear Tim Burton himself
The
saying
second
it doesn't
issue, the
connect,
names.
I won't accept it.
Hold on. The second issue, the names. While the main characters of the Corpse Bride and Frankie Weenie share the same first name, they don't share the same last name.
I already gave you an
Da-da-da-da.
example why
You
that
read
mattered.
Not to mention that one's a
Domestic
skeleton,
violence, he
one
needed to change his
resembles
shit. He didn't want to get
Frankenstein's
fucking
monster, and the other one is a ghost.
Yes. What if that's its final form?
Listen, one is a skeleton, one
Okay.
is a fucking monster, Frankenstein's monster, and one is a ghost.
Yes.
How do you get a ghost
So
out of
Victor
Frankenstein's,
brings back his dog.
Frankenstein's monster? Listen,
I've seen the movies. What do I need to listen to?
how does it turn to anything else after that? Frankenstein didn't fucking
From
die.
decaying.
So listen,
It's
his dog
from
comes back.
decayment.
He brought it back, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
but it's still not
Yeah,
fully
yeah,
alive.
yeah.
So can
Okay.
decay.
So at some point, it will have to decompose, just like any living tissue. Just because it's brought
Okay.
back doesn't mean it will not decompose. It decomposes to the bones. He then buries the dog. The dog comes out of the ground and finds Victor in the movie in Corpse Bride. He's like, "Oh my god, I missed you so much." Da da da. It finds him again as bones. So it follows him and it tracks him. Then after Victor dies, it turns to Jack Skeleton. For it to continue being with him, it has to take its spirit form. Boom.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I figured it out.
No, that doesn't
I'm
work.
Tim
that way.
Burton.
Well,
I'm Tim Burton.
And when Emily died in Corpse Bride, her name didn't change, and Scrap still clearly held the same one as he did
Well,
while he was
it
still
could
alive.
be
The corpses
that very well
who
could be
visited their
because
family
wasn't Sally pieced together and rebuilt? Maybe she just
In
had
the
the
land of the
soul or
living.
the heart of the living person.
I don't think Sally and the other girl
Listen, hold on,
are
hold on.
connected.
So
Okay,
if
maybe
everybody
it was
else in the
Jack.
Corpse Bride, if everybody else in the Corpse Bride was the same person when they died as when they were living, why would it change? First off, so
Wait
when
a
Victor
minute,
dies,
Chris. We
his
already
name
in
wouldn't
another
even be
episode. We
changed
already
to anything
explained that
else.
when you die as a
This
when you
out
die,
the whole Victor
you
becomes Jack
become born
Skeleton
as
after he
maybe
dies. You're not
something
listening.
else or someone else screaming.
Okay, but I already
the
gave you a
very
way
first thing-
why that could have happened.
No, the very first. No, what the?
Okay.
Brad,
He
you're not gonna
lives a
forget who
full
you are
life.
after you die.
He's old and has amnesia. Completely forgets who he is living. Then he dies, becomes a skeleton. He goes to Halloween Town.
It
People are
just
like,
tells you
okay,
right-
you don't know yourself. Let's call you Jack. They could have given him the name. He could have came with his own name. There's so many possibilities of how he could have went from Victor to Jack. But because it doesn't have the
Okay.
same name, you automatically
Except that-
dismissed it.
Well, and
No,
because
he
they
he
call
took
him
the
Jack,
poison to die.
but they
What are you
also
talking
could call
about?
him Jack
What?
because he is the Jack
He
o'
took the
Lantern
poison
king.
to die
He's the
Who?
Halloween king.
in the Corpse Bride.
Yes, but he comes back to life.
You're not. He doesn't come back to life. He's dead
Yes, he
at that
does.
point.
No,
No.
he comes back and marries the woman he ran away from marrying.
Oh my god. Okay.
I don't think it's been a while since you've seen this movie. I remember.
So why does this tell me that he dies?
Because he does die.
Eventually
He dies.
Everybody
But they
dies.
send him back to the living. In the end, they send him back to living. He gets married to that woman.
Actually, you know what's ironic that I found out when you guys were having a little debate?
What?
So, Nightmare Before Christmas and Corpse Bride actually do go hand in hand.
No, they don't.
Hold
However,
on.
yes, they do.
I want to
No,
hear
they
this.
don't.
Hold on,
Yes, they
Chris.
do. And here's the
Oh my
reason
God.
why. The doctor in the wheelchair is
No,
Victor.
what the fuck are you talking about?
Wait.
Yeah,
The
Oh my
doctor is
God.
Victor?
the doctor is Victor Frankenstein.
It is. His
Oh
name
my
is
God,
Victor.
it is.
Yes.
So he doesn't turn into Jack, he turns
Oh
into
my God.
Victor.
Yeah, no, he stays as Victor.
No, he stays as Victor,
He
but he's the
stays.
crazy wheelchair
Yeah.
I
guy.
just said
The
he
guy
fucking
who
doesn't
makes
change. Oh
Sally,
my god!
who falls
I
Yeah.
just said he doesn't change his name when he dies.
Okay, so then
Because he's trying to.
So then it is right, but
recreate
everybody's
his
wrong
previous
at the
dead
same time.
Corpse Bride.
It's not Jack that he
Making
turns
Sally.
into.
Yes.
No, it's not Jack. He turns into
No,
Victor,
he,
the
he,
scientist.
he stays as Victor.
The guy, the scientist in the wheelchair.
Hold on,
And the reason
because
why he's trying to create another, person
He
of
talks-
intelligence is
Victor's
because his
chest
the
is
doctor
circled like
talks about
Jack's
his
and
his
going
previous
down to
bride,
the
too.
frame. Victor Frankenstein is skinny and has the same facial type as Victor Von Dortz, but those are okay.
Oh my
Hold
God,
on, I
John.
need to watch
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Nightmare Before
As
Christmas
evidence.
because I'm pretty sure the doctor.
He
He
talks
turns
about
into the
One,
bad guy?
two,
No!
boom,
Victor!
Boom. Everybody's homework this week.
Anyways.
Watch that movie. We report on it next weekend.
Thanks everybody for watching the show, you unlucky bastards. Thanks for watching us, unlucky bastards. If you want to check out more episodes, we drop a new episode every week, Wednesdays. Every Friday, we go ahead and throw up our new quickie. So if you want to come check us out, go ahead. You can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, you name it. We're pretty much out there. Remember to look us up, Unlucky Bastards, and that's Bastard if you're not too sure with the name. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll see you again next week.